Hey everyone, so I've got a rental car for the weekend, a little road trip that I'm taking. This is a 2022 Tesla Model 3. It has been used and abused. The swirl marks on this car are absolutely insane, some of the worst I've ever seen. But since I have this opportunity, I'm going to test out some products. First things first, we're going to do a quick little 3 pH wash on this hood to get rid of any spray-on protectant that they might have used. I don't think this thing has ever had anything on it, but we're going to try it out just the same. Quick little Road Warrior is my alkaline. I'm going to hit the windshield too. It is a little warm out, so I don't want to let this sit on there too long. Okay, and we are coming in with our acid. This is Nanoskin spot free. So I'm just layering this right on top of the alkaline. And then we're going to grab our hose, we're going to rinse it off and check the hydrophobics. Okay, I rinsed that off, and as you can see, this paint is super flat, right? No beading, no sheeting. The water is just sitting there, very, very slowly sheeting off. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to test 2 really cheap spray-on rinse-off sealants. I'm going to drive this car for the weekend, probably about 1,000 miles, and we're going to see how well these sealants hold up. So on the left side of the hood here, we're going to be testing SudsLab Ceramic Hydro Coat. As you can see, I've already used most of this bottle. This is actually a pretty decent product. I got it on like a crazy sale. It was like $13 on Amazon, and I figured, what the heck, I'll try it. It's not bad. All right, and then this is my budget favorite. This is Nanoskin Supercharger, diluted 100 to 1. I think this 16-ounce bottle costs like 50 cents or something like that. So I'm going to re-wet the hood. I'm going to apply these products on each side, dry it off a little bit, drive the car for the weekend, and we will see the hydrophobics when I return from my trip. Okay, I've got these products sprayed on. Let's rinse them off and see how they look. I did the windshield too. So you can see it definitely added some hydrophobics to the windshield. Here we go on the hood. So look at the difference that supercharger made right away. From completely flat paint to nice beads. So that water just rolls right off. All right, let's do this SudsLab side. So you can see the difference in the water behavior, right? That's more of a sheeting product. This is more of a beading product. If we come over here on the glass where it hasn't been treated, right? I always find the biggest differences on glass. So look at how, it's hard to see, right? But that water, right, is just clinging to the glass. Whereas over here, where I have treated it, the water just pretty quickly rolls off, So anyway, that's a good little test. So I've got a surprise product here on the back that I've already applied. I'll tell you what this is at the end of the video if you're interested. It's my first time using it. So we're going to see how it does compared to the products on the hood. I can already tell you it's really interesting water behavior. I don't know if I love it. Sometimes these products get a little better, like when they've had some cure time. So we're going to see if it improves, or maybe it won't. But it's a really nice like sheeting product. Like look at that, like it's leaving almost a completely dry panel. Don't judge the quality of this paint, guys. This paint is so beat up, but that's really neat. Like look at how dry it left that panel. That's really interesting. Okay, maybe we have something here. All right, I'm fixing to head out on my little road trip. I'm going to blow dry this car so it didn't have a ton of water spots all over it. And next section of the video will be after about 1,000-mile, 3-day trip. See you soon. If we come over here. Okay, I'm back. Road trip was successful. You can see the Tesla's got quite a few bug guts and things like that. A little less than 1,000 miles in 3 days. A lot of highway driving. So we're going to see what the hydrophobics of these two products look like. So if you remember, I put SudsLab Ceramic Hydro Coat here on the left side. On the right side, I got one of my favorites, Nanoskin Supercharger, diluted 100 to 1. So we're going to see how the hydrophobics of each of these held up just from driving. So you can see a pretty obvious difference. The water's kind of sheeting slowly and pooling here on the SudsLab side. Much better beating there on the Supercharger side. What's interesting, is after this water sheets off, the SudsLab side is actually a lot drier, right? So if you were, going to dry the car after this, right, like that might be something that's desirable to you. We'll just hit that again one more time. I'll show you. Yeah, so notice how on the left side that water pools up and then sheets off. So again, this is a dirty car. I haven't washed this, so that may change, if you were to wash the vehicle. Some of those hydrophobics may come back a little bit better. But as I mentioned before, I've got a mystery product back here on the back, right? I did the same thing back here on the trunk lid. I did a 3 pH strip wash, and then I applied this product. And so we're going to check this out real quick. Going to rinse this whole back area, get some good amount of water on it. We'll come back in a second. So yeah, look at how much more dry that left side is than the right side, right? So this is kind of the argument between, a sheeting product and a beating product. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I needed to help a neighbor out with something. So guys, what I was really hoping to do with this video was kind of demonstrate the difference between, products that sheet water and products that bead water. I'm not really sold on either one. Like a lot of people say that, products that sheet water, are less likely to leave water spots, are easier to dry, and those kind of things make logical sense to me. And so I've kind of been searching for products that sheet water just to try and test them out. So this is the mystery product I've been talking about. This is Car Candy Paint Guard. I found this completely on accident. I was in a detail supply store here locally, and I came across this, and it was really inexpensive. And so I put 1 ounce of this in a 16-ounce bottle, and you can spray it on or foam it on, right? And then you rinse it off just like a protector wax. And it is definitely more of a sheeting product than a beading product. So you can see back here, this will be a good demo right here on the fender. So I applied it kind of to the back third of this car, and you'll see where it starts to sheet here on the fender. And what it leaves behind is like almost a completely dry surface. Like, yes, it sheets kind of slowly, but once it's done, it leaves a really dry surface. So we'll rinse the trunk here one more time and just kind of see how it sheets off. So look, here it sheets off a little bit quicker. But what amazes me about this is how dry the paint is immediately after. So another place that I applied it is here on this driver's side door. So here on this door, right, you've got completely unprotected paint, and you can see even after several minutes, I don't know if you can see that or not, the water is just sitting there, right? The water just sticks to the surface. Whereas here on the side where I applied the car candy, right, look at it sheeting off, right? Versus here where the water is just completely flat. And you'll see within about a minute or so, this door is going to be almost completely dry. Yeah, there's going to be a little, water up there at the top, right, and probably a little left at the bottom. But as this stuff sheets off, it leaves almost no water behind. Like that is dry to the touch. That is amazing to me. I've never seen a product work quite like this, where it leaves behind a completely dry surface. I mean, look, that is dry. Like, I don't even need a towel. That's amazing. And look, you can see the difference. This is a really obvious difference. So I don't know how long that was, maybe a minute and a half, something like that. That door is almost completely dry, right? Whereas here, you've still got, the water just clinging to the paint. We'll go back here, right? This is more of a flat surface, right? But look at how dry this is. Like, if I needed to dry this with a towel, that'd be super easy. That would take no time at all. In fact, that's something that we can demonstrate real quick. Okay, we're back. I've got just a microfiber towel. Let's dry this real quick. This isn't even really like a drying towel. Yeah. But I mean, that was super simple, and my towel isn't soaked. So here we're back on this fender, right? You can really clearly see where I applied it versus where I didn't. There's the line. And this paint, it's still a little damp here, but it's so much drier than this, right? Like, that's just got standing water. And then we go back to this door, and again, I don't know how well that shows up on camera. God, this paint is trashed. Yeah, I like that. It's completely dry. Like, like you have a couple little spots to touch up there, but that's dry paint. So yeah, I'm really amazed by this, and I'm going to keep testing this product, guys. I'm going to test this probably on a test panel. Maybe put some on my wife's car. So you'll see more of this product for sure. It's impressed me enough that I want to keep using it. Sheeting versus beading, let me know what you think in the comments. To find a really good sheeting product like this is rare, and it's definitely kind of changing my mind about what I think of when I think of hydrophobics. So let me know guys, if you want to see more of this. Tell me in the comments. Take care.